They know that you have potential. They just want to make you believe that you don't. Because all you need to attract the next bright person is your confidence. It is confidence that makes you say, no, you don't treat me that way. No, you don't talk to me like that. How dare you? Love is not what you get from someone. Love is what you give yourself.
Love is not what you get from someone. Love is what you give yourself.
You won't do to you what they're doing to you. So why are you letting them do it to you? Oh, that's all you have to ask yourself. Do I love me? Yes. Would I do this to me? No. Why am I letting them do it to me? Because I don't love me. My love for me has diminished. I need to love me. So you start to set boundaries. Set boundaries. You've not bought meat pie before, and then you saw the other person's meat pie, and
I was like, there are more meats.
There's more meats than your
own is filled with
only potato. So what is meat?
Potato pie.
And you get so potato pie, and I said, this is a scam now. I've been shortchanged. Well, now even in the Bible, they say Jesus Christ when he turned water into wine, the girl said, "Oh, that's so." People kept the best wine for later. Everybody wants the best.
True.
Don't go and become so Onyebonized that you've forgotten the whole African was proactive. Run first, ask questions later.
Don't go and become Oyibonized though. Which one be Oyibonized again?
Is it true now? Africans are run first, ask questions later.
Oyibo is ask questions.
No, Oyibo is.
What's that?
Anybody there?
Anybody there?
It's not funny. It's not funny. You trying to prank me? Ha. Until where we've come out.
Instead of making Gbeja.
Let me Ja first. You say Gbeja. Gbeja is 2 syllables. Ja first.
Straight up.
Ja first. Ask questions later.
The
desire to want to live another day is the first step to healing. And that's what hopelessness does to you. Once these people have battered you, they battered the hope out of you. Because if you don't have hope for tomorrow, there's no point taking a step to go and see somebody, to call somebody, talk to somebody. Please don't let the hope die.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody out there in the wider space, welcome to another episode of the Valve Podcast from the Upward Ideas. And today I have with me the one and only Super Uber Duber Bolt Taxify in drive. Olamma here with me today.
I'm not a cab driver. I don't know why you're putting on this super duper Uber in both Taxify in drive. No, out drive.
Out drive, in drive.
Up drive.
But you drive the conversations. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Don't see it from that angle.
It should be convo drive then.
Okay, convo drive. All right, guys. Big welcome, Ola. Welcome to today's show.
Thank you very much.
It's good to have you around. It's great to, as always, you add so much sparks and so much, sparkles.
Make will not catch fire.
It's cool. It's great to have you around.
Thank
you. I'm delighted to see you. Beautiful as always.
Thank you.
All right. So, without Shena Fuda ado, or without wasting much time.
Just without wasting much time. I think it's further ado.
All right, so we're going to be looking at a topic today that borders on liberation, freedom, finding that courage, that boldness to say, Mba, enough is enough. I'm calling it quits. I am walking out of this poisonous, toxic, draining, mental health, smashing and conking relationship.
Dear God, did you have to start with Mba?
Okay, should I say Otito? Otiton?
There's another. Well, all of it is the same thing. I'm just saying, did you say that because it's my language? Did you think if you said it in my language, it would be more personal?
I know I had to drive it in.
You had to drive it in.
I had to drive it in. Okay. So that at least our
now you are the one driving the conversation. You have to drive it in.
No, you are the Uber driver, sorry. The convo Uber driver. Convo in Kilokbe.
Convo drive babe.
Convo drive babe.
Okay.
All right, so we're looking at the topic of finding the courage to walk away from toxic relationships. A lot of people are trapped in that seat. They are, the fear of, oh, what if I walk out of this relationship? Would I find another that will be equally as rewarding, maybe financially? Some people, people like, they look at it and they make a comparative analysis and look at that, where I'm coming from. We don't have this kind of house. We don't stay in this kind of house, or with AC, or with blah, 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 or if I leave this guy now, where will I get, how will be taking care of all these my bills, my sick mother's bill, or my younger ones in school? Hence, you see them, they'll just be there, stuck in that relationship.
Wow.
So the question I'd like to start with is, why is walking away sometimes the strongest decision to make? Why is it difficult, and why is it so hard for people to make that decision to say, look, enough is enough. I want out of this toxic relationship. In short, even being able to evaluate the situation and say, and see for real that this thing is not healthy for me, or it's not good for my mental health, but they'll still stay there. So why is it difficult?
Why is it difficult to leave?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why it's difficult to leave. One of your classic examples is this snack I'm having, for instance, reminds me of, I think it's called nectar. So you see, I think it's the fly or the butterfly or ants. But basically what the caption I read was trying to show was the same nectar, the same sweetness that entices this insect is the same thing in which it drowns. So when they go in, let's just say they are maybe like an inch. I'm not trying to say that's exactly their size. I'm just giving an example. So let's say this ant, this butterfly, whatever insect it is, this moth is just an inch wide, an inch tall, an inch big. And then it climbs in, slips into a jar filled with sweet nectar. By the time it is there enjoying this sweetness, it forgets its pain, forgets its sorrows. Have you ever been so hungry that you were eating ravenously? You were like just gobbling the whole food.
And
you
it
find
chokes
out that
at some point.
yes, you find out that that's not the best time to eat. It's not like if you're hungry, you should starve yourself. But when you have been so hungry for so long, when food comes, it's like I tell my kids, when you see food, control yourself. Is it easy? No. But that's what we all do. We're all guilty. I am. Like this delicious snack here. I had to tell myself, Olamma, calm down. This is delicious. Before you eat everything and then eat the plate and say, can I have some more? Okay, so when they start to feed on the nectar, they now get bigger than they were when they first came in. Of course, going out becomes difficult. And in multiple attempts to climb out, it proves difficult and futile. And then they keep sliding, slipping down because the jar or wherever this nectar is becomes slippery because their hands and feet, everything is inside. So climbing out becomes difficult. And ultimately, they retire, they give up, they give in, and then they die. Now, I said all of that to say this, to answer your question. Why it's difficult to leave a lot of times is because we've gotten too comfortable. We've gotten too comfortable. And the one thing that is the challenge to comfort is fear. Fear of the unknown. That is the only thing you have to face when you decide, I want to leave this comfort. And it is in that fear that people have to decide whether or not they're going to stay or forge ahead. I remember saying something to my ex the week we were parting. My mother had said something. Good thing you said what you said, starting with my language. My mother said, ask him if this is what he really wants. And if he says yes, and he wants the separation, tell him something. Tell him, that gazieregi, meaning, may it be well with you. And then I said that to him. And I said, is this what you want? And he said, yes. I said, ya gazieregi. And then weeks after we parted, I faced the most difficult times I'd ever been faced with in my life. But in that moment of fear, panic, not knowing where the next meal would come from. It's easy to say you don't know where the next meal will come from. Not knowing if the next meal would come.
Not knowing if
it would come.
It would even come.
Yeah, not knowing where it will come from still has hope in it. But not knowing if it will come. I stood and I posted something on my status and I said, I know now that I'm on the right path because things have gotten more difficult. And so I'm someone who's been exposed to small hardships here and there. I was born with what you would call a semi-silver spoon. It wasn't all silver. It was
Silver.
part silver, part wood, part clay, part stone, part granite, part broken bottle. You get so. You get
Part
so-
broken bottle.
Part broken bottle. And I learned that as much as we all would like for life to be a bed of roses, sometimes there are thorns. In fact, roses have thorns. You get so that courage to live for me came from the myriads of experiences that I had been exposed to as a child, as a teenager, as a young growing woman who was curious, who was adventurous, who just wanted the best for herself and her family. And in all that time, I made a lot of mistakes. I had a lot of opportunity to learn. And so for me, when I found myself in what I would describe as the drowning moment, the drowning phase, like the insect, I'd enjoyed love, I'd enjoyed promises of a better tomorrow from my ex-spouse. I'd enjoyed all of that. I was basking in the comfort, in the euphoria of that, what was supposed to be union. I would often feel sharp, painful pricks to my heart. And when I lost a friend, because I had already gotten to the point where I had given up, just like the insect had gotten to the point. I'd gotten to that point where it is pointless. I couldn't see tomorrow. I tried to picture, when you have hope, you can see tomorrow, you can see beyond tomorrow. But for me, I couldn't see the next hour. All I could see was me lying down, my corpse on the bed. Like I said the last time, there was this thing that made me feel maybe if I died, the memory of me would end.
Yeah,
so in that moment, I couldn't see 10 minutes away. I couldn't see 10 hours from where I was. So I decided, okay, the best thing was to call my 2 kids. And then I called my first daughter and I told her, take care of your younger sister. And I told her, mommy loves you. Don't forget. And in that moment, I lay on the bed. I told myself, I think this is how people die, because I'd been suicidal at some point. I took a lot of medication. That didn't work. So I thought, okay, the best thing is to just become one with death. So I laid down there and I started envisaging my spirit leaving my body. And then I thought, okay, it should be as easy as that.
Wow.
So I made sure my kids were nowhere near me because I didn't want them to remember me in a sad, scary way. I just told them off to maybe go watch cartoon or something whilst I lay myself on the bed. And the next thing I started chanting, I started calling my late father. Excuse me. I was
It's
like,
okay.
Daddy, please come and take me home. Because I felt he was the only person that understood me and death had snatched him from me. So I thought, since he loved me so much in life, I know he still would love me in death. So I would call, say, Daddy, please come and take me home. This person is hurting me. This person is hurting me. This guy is causing me a lot of pain. Please, can you come and take me home? And the more I called out, the more I felt weak in my body. You can't call a dead person, but you can call death because the power of life and death is in your tongue. So I kept calling, please come and take me, please come and take me. And you will not believe, all of a sudden, flashes of my friend who had died not too long from that moment when I was experiencing all of this just kept hitting my head. And I remembered how they said she had slipped and she had fallen and hit her head. And then her spouse, who was responsible for her death, was now going to still have full claim on the children. And then I was like, wow. So I said, okay. So in my case, I have a spouse who has a stepmom who believes I'm a witch. So if anything happens to me, who gets my kids? It's still the same spouse and this same stepmom of his who believes I'm a witch. What will become of the children? And in that moment, the thoughts of what they would become, what they'll be subjected to, became stronger than the desire to die.
Became the reason to desire to live.
To desire to live again. And for a moment there, I felt as though my dad had actually come and sat beside me. And then I started talking with him. I said, see, I want to go with you, but what will happen to my kids? This woman is going to, if their father is like this, they will be worse. I can't allow that happen. And while I was having that conversation with myself, conscious, self-conscious, mid-conscious, somewhere in between trying to die, I just said, these children are relying on me. I'm not God, but they are relying on me for a better tomorrow. If nothing else is the reason to live, their future should be enough for me to get up and fight. And in that moment, I got up. I was still weak. I'm telling you the truth. I was weak. I was weak, like I'd never been weak before. But laying down there, I started shouting, neighbors, if you can hear me. Because I learned something very important from a friend many years ago. He said, if you're a Christian and you find out your prayer life is going down, he said, begin to call on the saints. He said, at that time, you can't fight that battle alone. Call the saints. So I remembered those words. And he said, thankfully, my neighbors were all Christians. I started saying, please pray for me. If you can hear me, pray for me. And the more I said it, the more I started feeling something like what you say, liquid energy, seep through my veins. I started shouting, I will live, I will not die. I will live, I will not die. I will live, I will not die. In the land of the living. So I kept saying it. The more I said it, I started feeling some energy. And then I started saying, neighbors, if you can hear me, please pray for me. Please pray for me. And then I mustered energy. I mustered courage. I mustered strength. I pulled myself down from the bed, dragged myself to the wall, was banging the wall, banging the door, banging anything I could. Please, if you can hear me, please pray for me. Please, they're trying to kill me. Please, I don't want to die. And the more I said it, my voice started getting louder. My kids started getting more frightened. They started crying. I started shouting, please help me, neighbors. Please pray for me. And the more I said it, Lex, energy surged through my body. And then my voice got louder. And then my ex, like in horror movies, when you see something or there's something or somebody in the hallway, but you can't see them, and all of a sudden you see their eyes glowing. That thing is not film trickle.
It's real.
Almost.
Eyes glowing in the dark.
I saw eyes glowing in the dark. Goosebumps. Just, Lex. See, if anybody told me that I would be somewhere sometime in the future talking, I would have said, no, it's a dream. This is me now. Me that wanted to die then. I stood and, what I was chanting? I was so disoriented, going from wall to wall, staggering. The next thing, I just felt presence, only for me to now turn. I just saw eyes in the dark. It was my ex, but he was not alone.
It was scary.
He was not alone. The force was with him. So I looked. The next thing I heard was, we have heard. You will not die. Lex, the only thing I asked myself in all of that was, who is we? What did we have heard me? And the voice didn't sound like it was one person's voice. It sounded like maybe layers of voices. So
Legion.
So the goosebump just shook me. There's something I read on Instagram like 3 weeks ago. They said, have you ever seen the narcissist's black eye? I said, hey, oh God, so this thing is true. You see all those small things that you just in a split second, you just catch a glimpse of. Nobody believes it. There were times when this person's eyes was pure black. You couldn't see the white of the eye.
Seriously.
Now, seriously, if I find that post, I'll check, because usually I save those things to I'll go through it. I sent you something last week about my past video.
Yeah.
How I was talking to my future self. Yeah, so I'll check. If I see it, I'll send you. More than 100 people affirmed, yes. Said, and that the eye turns black for just like a second and boom, turns back. It is so scary to see. You can't forget that kind of thing. It's not something you see and you forget.
And it's like a silhouette. It was in the dark. Are you sure it's not the person closing his eyes?
No. This is not even the glowing eye in the dark room. I was just diverting from that to another more scary thing that I had. So, but all of that, as scary as it was, as near death as all of it was, there was something stronger. The Bible says Jesus Christ, for the sake of the joy that was set before him, you need to set some joy before you. You need to remember who you are. Because usually when you become one with a toxic person, or you find yourself in a toxic environment, even if it is in a workplace, the intention is to strip you of your identity. To make you forget that you are that smiling girl. There's something I like to send to people. I say, may nothing break your smile. My smile was broken. I forgot how to smile.
Wow.
I forgot how to laugh. I didn't remember that I had this gap in my teeth. I did not remember. I became this scowling person, looking like a vulture all the time. Angry looking, messy hair, hunching back, slouching over, everything snappy. Until one day I said, this is not me. Find something. Listen, even if it is your love for earrings, set it as a joy before you, as a reason to live. Oh, I want to give my grandchildren these earrings. I want to take the next picture with these earrings. Or even if it is to pepper your childhood classmates that you eventually travel to that place, find something. Anything at that time, that flicker of light of hope is enough to pull you out. It's better to live for something little than to die in a big toxic environment.
Wow. That's some heavy bombshell. All right, we'll be right back shortly. All right, Ola. Moving to the next question. Why does fear keep people trapped in such relationships, like such environment? It may be the workplace, marketplace, your business, not just in family, husband, wife, relationship. Generally, why is fear a major factor? Because you made mention of fear. Why is that fear? Why can't this just somehow the courage to say, look, enough is enough, I'll work? Why is fear such a big factor in this?
Well, it's interesting. What makes us human is actually one of the things that makes us human is the dependence on what we know for sure, the reliance on what we can see. Even the Bible says, man looks on the outward, God looks on your inside. To please God, you need faith. To move forward in life, you need faith. Yeah, so fear becomes the invisible motivation for you to take that step. And so fear, the Bible says, has torment. Fear of, this is what I know. They say the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. So sometimes people even apply that in their toxic environment, whether it's marriage or their workplace. So they're like, oh, okay, I'm working for this person. He's mean, he's arrogant, he's, what we call toxic. I know, but I don't have another job yet. It's in cases like that, they say wisdom is profitable to direct. Now, there are people who say...
Well, what do you, I mean, does it apply, does that same apply to, does this also apply to someone bashing you, beating you up every time?
Definitely not. Definitely not, because the person could die with one punch. A person could die with one punch. I know someone who made up her mind that she was going to endure everything she was subjected to until her children had gotten to a certain age. Because she said she could leave, but she didn't have the resources. And now that's something I need to caution a lot of women about. I have never seen a man who abandoned goal, vision, pursuit for wealth for a woman. Men don't usually do it because that is actually the definition of a man.
I think men are not wired to be
they're not wired to be that way. They're like, I need to get that money, babe. How am I going to take care of you? But a woman can throw away her pursuit for academical, anything, ambition, for love. A woman can do that. Women, please, if you're out there listening, don't do it. Nobody is worth it.
But what if, I mean, I was in the same light, you see people who, they have all the ambition going on, things going on, but their marital life suffers.
Well, at least you can't lose on both sides. My mom always says, that is, will you be a witch and still be poor? And so if your marriage is already messed up, at least you have money to hold on to. You have your ambition to hold on to.
But
you can build from
loneliness. There. People get married for. Personally, I believe one of the reasons why people get married get married
is for companionship. Companion
in the ship. Life.
Companion in the ship that is sinking. Companion in the ship.
And sometimes, sometimes a little endurance and patience may change.
A little endurance and patience might change, true. But you do not base your survival, your living, your future, your glorious destiny on on what ifs. Secure yourself first. The reason why people stay stuck.
How much wealth or money do you think a woman will have to gather before she can feel okay, she's secured? Because personally, I just think there is no. If you ask Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, those guys they are still not okay with what they have. So there is no point you get to that you ever be satisfied with what you have.
Okay, you want an honest answer. You don't need. What you need is $0, £0, $0 in your account to say I'm done with this toxic relationship. Just get out. Because it's the truth. The person that is going to live to build anything tomorrow is somebody who's alive.
Alive, yeah.
And there's different stages of our life. You can be alive and be a vegetable.
And you don't want to be a vegetable.
You don't want to be a vegetable. You don't want to be a fruit either. Now chop, then go chop you. Vegetables are for eating. You get, so fear, like you said, why does fear keep people from living? Fear of, okay, this man is bad. What if, because there are cases of women who left horrible men and met their masters. You get, so you think he's evil, and I miss Kulam. So it's the truth. You need to be guided. I left a very toxic relationship. And when I left, I didn't have a dime.
But how long did it take you to? You keep saying this toxic thing.
Yeah.
But how long did it take you to realize that okay, you were in a toxic relationship?
Hey, it took me, let me see. I think 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. And
I don't understand. Wait, 30 minutes into the relationship
No,
or
no, no,
what
no, no.
exactly?
30 minutes, 5 years into the relationship already. It took me 30 minutes of going to a spa to work with someone who had contracted me to be with her in her spa as an esthetician, as a partner. So a client had walked in, and this client's presence, aura, just filled up the whole room. And in that moment, Lex, I'm someone who's worked with top government officials. So they're no born your papa. You enter spa, say you want to do massage, say I go dey tremble. No, that's not Olamma. But you see, Olamma at this point was trembling at the presence of a lady that I knew years back in a church I had attended. And she just married somebody who was friend to my friend then. She just walked in. She didn't say much. She was very, you know how they say, you learn things every day. And, as you're learning new things, you're learning new words. Oh, this is a trending word or phrase. So she was in her very feminine energy. Because her husband is a very masculine man. But he's not the masculine domineering man. He was a masculine empowering man.
A refined man.
Refined man, oh. From a distance, I was in love with the guy. I was like, wow. I wish my guy was like this.
Comparison.
No, it's the truth. Wait, Lex, you've not bought meat pie before, and then you saw the other person's meat pie, and
I was like, there are more meats.
There's more meat than
your own is
you
filled with
only potato. See what it means?
Potato pie.
You get so. Potato pie, and I said, this is a scam now. I've been shortchanged. Well, now even in the Bible, they say Jesus Christ when he turned water into wine, the girl said, "Oh, now so people kept the best wine for later." Everybody wants the best.
True.
So I saw that man and I was like, wow, this guy, he's tall, he's dark, he's handsome, he's fit, he's polite, he's kind, he's cultured.
Wow.
And he was oozing a lot of sexiness.
Ooh.
And I was like, whoa, this is a man. So to have seen his woman years later, I just heard they got married, but I wasn't like always in their lives to see, okay, this is how the marriage is going. But years later, she didn't diminish. Years later, she had not been crushed. Years later, they had not dimmed her shine.
These are sorry for interject. These are some of the conversations I have with guys, and I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Most of our guys, I realize that they gain their sense of manliness or strength
from putting a woman down.
Not just women, even fellow men, putting other people down. It's just that when it happens to a female person involved with such a human being, it appears as though this man is trying to disempower me. But you just look at it, if you look at it, the person has that
as a problem
to both other even male men.
Yeah, you're right. My ex did that a lot to men.
So
around him.
it was just a thing that this person is a crusher.
Domineering.
Will crush anybody.
Nobody's allowed to shine around them.
Once you done any iota of spark or light, any small thing that is, it's time to dim that light.
I call them Wi-Fi. What you have is Wi-Fi. They are Wi-Fi.
So you understand? So I think it's both ways. It happens. It's just that, well, maybe in the context of this conversation, anyway, we're looking at it more on the opposite sex side. Maybe that's why. But I just had to
chip it in.
You understand?
Yeah. So that was it. You asked how when I knew that I was in a toxic relationship or how long. 30 minutes of her walking into the spa, I started feeling I felt puny. I felt like nothing before her. I felt like the ground should open and swallow me.
Why?
But I was like, because I didn't understand what was happening to me. I'd never felt that way before. I know people usually feel intimidated or less in the company of somebody who feels superior to them or to whom they feel inferior. I've never felt inferior to anybody. Never in my life. Yes, there was some maybe trembling if it was maybe like an elderly person and I wasn't sure. Maybe it was someone like a teacher, a headmaster. Those ones are normal. But say a woman enters. So where I worked, one of the places I worked in Ikeja GRA back then, one of the things that my late boss didn't like about me was how I wasn't all, how you say, ass kissing or... Yes, no.
Licking.
Yes, finger licking, I've been a leg licking, head bowing. I was like, nah, you're my boss. I'm giving you my time, my energy, my resources, my competence in exchange for a sum, which at that time was really, really nothing to write home about. But you have to learn to be grateful for the opportunity to be in hand. So I was there to learn. So I just did not let the figure distract me. So I did not see any need. And, it's really important to kind of people you roll with. I'd mixed with certain pastors. I don't think I'm allowed to name names, who had started, teaching me some things, not just me, as in generally in the congregation, teachings that would make you see yourself in the way you're supposed to see yourself. So some people are just comfortable knowing that you feel low about yourself. That's where they get their shine. And by that particular pastor, he said something. He said, God did promise that he was going to lift the poor from the dunghill and set him among princes, but he never promised you that the princes were going to be welcoming.
He never promised you that the princes
never promised you to welcome in. He never promised you red carpet.
So they'll get there and whatever you face, you
take it. Has he brought you out from dunghill?
I actually believe that when God does that, it's because he believes the capacity to face whatever.
Yes, is in you.
Is in you already.
He already said that, so it's not just what you believe. He said what you can't handle, he will not allow.
Yeah, true,
so he's already looked at you. He's like, this guy has got the fight in him. He's got enough fights to stay in this place, this palace, to stand. So he will just look at those princes and say, bring it. I've got my best man here. Nothing they happen. He's not going anywhere.
Odeshi.
Odeshi. Yeah, so he didn't promise that they will be welcoming. They're going to be like, how dare you? How dare you eat where I eat, sit where I sit, stand where I stand? You get, so I didn't do all of that, but this was me in a spa years later, trembling before somebody who was not any politically entitled or is it titled person. And I was wondering what had happened to me. So I ran to the bathroom. I was trembling. I was crying. I was like, why am I feeling? I started talking gibberish. I started looking down. I became conscious suddenly of my skin. Yes. Instant, like, hey, if we talk the food now, be like, say, all those instant foods, them sharp. Instant inferiority complex. You see, IIC. Just hits me. That's instant inferiority complex syndrome. Jam me like bad airwaves.
That's I see. Yes.
I ran to the bathroom. I was like, what's happening? Why am I feeling this way? What's wrong? Olamma, what's wrong? Immediately, I was like, oh, I have been damaged. That's what I said. So I have been dented.
It became an eye-opener to you.
I'm telling you, how walking in made me realize what had been done to me. If she hadn't walked in, I wouldn't have known that somebody had beaten me down with words.
And that was ever possible to find a female this bold, beautiful, strong, she was commanding so much presence.
Now, people had told me years before
about her.
About me.
Okay.
There were these chicks that I felt were a bit snobbish, but I've always been a loner. You only see me come alive in the company of people I know that I trust. So, but for some reason, I noticed every time I walked into service, I'd be ushered to the front. Not only was it because it was my pastor's role, like this is where his members of his cell sat. This is just where I also felt comfortable sitting down. But one day I got talking with those chicks and they said something remarkable. They said, Ola, when you are in a place, we know. When you step into a room, your presence is felt. They were the only people that said that thing to me. Nobody else has ever said that to me in my life. So imagine, when that happened to me, I understood what they meant. And so now I was wondering, where did my presence go? Who took my glow from me?
Who took my glow?
So I started crying, and then I realized immediately, because I processed things a lot. I said, okay, is this as a result of all the bashful words that this man has been telling me? And so I made up my mind there and that day. So it was from that desire. See, no matter what you go through, don't allow them win.
No matter what you go through,
don't let them win.
Don't let them win.
See, I told somebody, I said, listen, the only way you can stop me is by killing me. And guess what? Even if you kill me, I will wake up and I'll come after you. I will kill you. That was in case of my child, when I had a heated argument with my ex then. He said, he would take my children from me. So, fear. But I was willing to fight for my kids. I said, the only way you can take these kids from me is if you killed me. But you know what? Even if you did, I will wake up then I would come for you. I'll kill you, I'll take my kids, and then I'll take them to whoever I feel is worthy of taking care of them or capable. Then and only then can I now die. Where did I get the confidence to talk like that? You know, all these things we watch, sometimes you think they're just movies. I watched a movie titled The Mummy some years back. And the priest, Imhotep, or is it Imhotep? Imhotep. While he was dying, he said, this is only the beginning. Even if you watch Terminator, he said, I will be back. From that, I picked something. I said, what you say when you're about to die is really important. They told Jesus Christ, Lazarus is so sick, he's going to die. Jesus said, he is not dead. He will not die. He's sleeping or something. What I believe about those words is this. You know how you throw an anchor? So if you know you're falling, is it an anchor or... Yeah, well, an anchor is to a ship. Yeah. But people who climb mountains, there's this thing they throw.
Just like an anchor.
It's like exactly. You throw it. Even in movies, I've seen some people just throw because they know they are falling. But their faith and hope is in that thing that it will catch them no matter how far they're
cliffhangers now.
See, find something to throw. Find something to throw, because I threw words. And the only thing you have to throw is words. If you say, hey, this man will be the death of me, buy your coffin now. buy two, get one free. Because they'll bury you in 3 places, spirit, soul, and body.
Body separately.
Find something to throw and make sure it's not something negative. So I said it. I said those words. Long before I got married, when I started learning about prophecy. So this is me advertising books on prophecy. If you know pastors that go and buy books on prophecy. He said, what you do with prophecy, it matters. So I said, really? He says, so as the teaching got so intense, I just sat in the service. I was like, I will not marry the wrong person. Yes, it was a marriage seminar. I said, I will not marry the wrong person. I will not. I said, but God, if for some reason I mistakenly married the wrong person, I will come out.
The words have been spoken.
That I threw them at those words. That was the anchor for my soul. I threw it ahead. I hear people say, hey, if my husband dies, I will die with him. I was also once that person, but what saved me is that I'd already thrown the anchoring words that would save me, only me, solo me, not me and him, Mrs. Because there was a time when I was, basking in the euphoria of, oh, I'm in love. This man loves me. Oh, we die here. And I told him, yes. I told him, I said, my love, see, if Jesus Christ tarries, and I was careful with my words, if Jesus Christ tarries, and we grow old, and the children are grown, and they're doing well, and the family is thriving, everything we hoped for, planned, dreamed for, prayed for, worked for, is going the way we envisage. And now it's sometimes, not beside they pray, this is how I was telling him, not beside they pray, may you die before it is I get one standby boyfriend. And you say to me, my love, I want to go and be with the Lord. I said, do you know what I'll tell you? I'll tell you, give me a minute. And he'll be like, why? I said, because in that minute, I'll gather the children, I'll bless them, I'll kiss them, and I'll tell them, bye-bye, I want to follow my love. Wow. I said, that's how much I love you. Seriously. In my language, they call them Osodiawo, one who dies with her husband.
Oh.
Yes.
So there's such a thing.
There's such a thing. There's women that say, if my husband dies, I'm finished. I know a woman who, her husband loved her so much. The minute he died, her whole body shut down. She became instantly paralyzed. Love can be like that. So if love can go to your body, your heart, your soul, your blood, your veins, and make you live, it can also kill you. The only person you should love that much is God.
It's God.
And a man that God himself gives to you. Because whether he's alive or dead, they're not going to take you. That kind of love empowers you. It does not drain you. So find the courage to walk away. Live for your children. And if your children you don't have children, live for you. Live to tell somebody that there is hope. Even if it is just to attend a party at a function, to eat rice, you've not eaten. Find the most mundane reason to live. Don't die. He has money, true. I don't have any money, true. I don't have any house to go to, true. I don't have clothes, true. The status, true. If you're going to stay on the status, make sure that while you're on that status, you are saving money. If you know he doesn't beat you, but he's just verbally toxic, and you don't want, because there's different types of abuse, be gathering money. And while you're gathering money, gather sense. While you're gathering sense, make sure no gi, like I tell my kids, more no gi come. There's a way you act like there's nothing left to take from you, steal from you. There's nothing left. Like a dream I had, somebody was like, But see now, there's nothing left. But what is this? She's no threat now. Leave her alone. The man, there was 2 people trying to kill me. The man said, no, let's finish her. I know this girl. She will bounce back. The woman said, see, she's all washed up. Leave her. Just pity her. Just discard her. And in that moment, when they were saying it, I said, yes, it's true. I'm all washed up. See now, the people have cuckoo finished me. Just as I was asserting her beliefs, 3 big egos came from nowhere and picked me from there. And the man shouted, I told you she would escape. Sometimes leave your oppressor to believe that they are done with you. Look disheveled if you have to. They want you to look like a house help, look like the house help. That is when wisdom is profitable to direct. Look like the house help. Don't shine too much. Don't let your eyes glow. While you're there, be planning your escape prayerfully.
All right. So, okay. Beautiful, great. What are those signs? What are the clear signs to look out for? To say, okay, it has gotten to that extra point. To you now, you said, for you, you said, to you rather, you said it took you about 5 minutes.
30 minutes.
30 minutes of
somebody walking into
somebody
someone
that oozes
glorious
aura to realize it. In the general context, if you can put up an advice, at what point should people look out for and say, okay, look, when it gets to this point, I think it's time for me to consider, even if they are not directly, immediately moving out or separating or walking out, but they should start thinking about it. Are you sure this thing is not toxic? This relationship is not toxic? I hope this guy is not going to kill me. At what point?
The minute
is there a particular point?
There are points. Oh, there are points. Just like you have your swimming pool, there's 3 feet, there's 6 feet, there's 9 feet, there's 12 feet. Depends on how many feet. How deep can you go to survive? How deep can you go to still be able to come back?
Is it more about your endurance as a person?
Yeah.
How much can you endure?
How much can you take that you won't drown and go under? You will never know, because it's not as if anybody was born in a pre-life and put through what they're going through now to prepare them for what they'll go through. Then you can say, oh, I was here once and I think it was at 9 feet. I realized my husband was toxic. Yeah, and then the punches started coming. See, about black eyes. So there's no preschool for that. The minute they start to call you names, that's enough.
The minute they start to call you names.
Yes. One time my ex called me a dehumanizing name.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa, my love, me. And the next thing you hear is that all you want to take from that? The minute they start to dehumanize you, name calling should never be normalized between people who claim they love each other. So the minute somebody can open their mouth and call you pig, that they've told you what they intend to do to you. They've told you how they see you. The minute they name call, then if it is physical, the first slap should never be re-experienced. Should not be retaliated either, because you could lose your eye, lose an arm, because men are physically stronger. The minute they call you names, but I got called names.
There are ladies these days that are stronger than men.
Yes, so
you never see babes with they beat boys.
They have.
Knock the man.
If you know. Now, in cases where a man knows that this woman is physically, unless he does not know. Like you're talking about.
Sit down on top of her.
There was a case of a lady. There was a case of a lady who was chubby.
Okay.
Her husband used to beat her up. It's just what you're describing. He used to beat her, The reason why she didn't retaliate was because she didn't want to fight. But one day she told herself, enough is enough. And when he came, he would just go out, come back drunk, and start slapping around. It was that mindset of, he's my husband, respect, submit. Submit became, admit. I'm telling you, she said, wait, so I'm fat. Are you seeing it? Just like the prodigal son was eating with pigs. It was when he came to himself. See, there's something that will make you come to yourself. She came to herself and said, wait, this man is small and big. And big and round and robust. I can. So the minute he came in and he started, she was hoping he wouldn't, but he did. She just grabbed him and managed to subdue him and took all her weight.
And on him.
And sat on him. And he was, the woman is big. She put all that ass. All the ass.
Oh, no, please, not the ass.
Okay, all the endowments.
All the endowments.
And put it on him. And he was choking. He couldn't breathe. He actually fainted.
Really?
He actually, from the, squeezing to struggle and come out. He passed out. And she told him, said, you try this next time, it will not be my body, it will be something else. There are some times when taking a drastic step will stop the abuse. But I don't ever advise it. Because what that does is it teaches the person to re-strategize. A toxic person is a toxic person.
All right. The next question here is how can you build that courage to move on, And more, let me add it with the next following, which is why is self-respect essential for living such an environment?
Because that's the first thing that a toxic person aims at when they bring you in. Self-respect.
They make you lose it.
They make you lose it.
They
make you lose it. You might say, oh, he's my husband. We're trying something kinky. I'm talking about, I don't know if it's right to say intimacy. Okay, I wanted to say straight up sex. But intimacy between couples. One of the things that spouses do, the toxic one for that matter, is they try to mate with you in the most dehumanizing way.
Oh boy.
Yeah, besides the pleasures that they give you that makes you feel like, oh, I cannot leave this person. You can leave them.
You heard that? Stop staying in that toxic relationship because you feel you cannot do without that person.
There's this person that sang my head, my waist, my back, but I still want knack. You say, don't make that your priority.
Don't make it your priority.
Don't make it your priority, because hey, it's only the living that can knack. Don't be knacked and then you can't knack tomorrow. Leave today. Leave.
Leave to tell
your legs straight.
Leave to experience life.
So they try to dehumanize you, either sexually, verbally, physically. They throw words at you that describe you in ways that make you look down on yourself. So when you've already looked down on yourself, what are you looking forward to?
When you're already looking down at yourself, what else can you look forward to?
Nothing
about yourself.
Now they will tell you, you don't know that mine told me. Do you know how many people told me that I shouldn't have married you? So they make you feel like they're doing you a favor.
Yeah.
So you're feeling indebted. But if your head is screwed on right, you'll be questioning that kind of comments. I don't understand. Am I like phone? There's a phone that we used to describe it just because it's a part of branding. Wait, they say if you throw this phone down here and come back next week, you meet it. So, is that what I've become? You get
Touchlight phone.
You get touchlight phone. They say, throw me here, nobody go pick me. They know that you have potential. They just want to make you believe that you don't. Because all you need to attract the next bright person is your confidence. So they want to
all you need to attract the next right person is your confidence.
Yeah.
I love that.
And so when you don't have that, the next person that will come will still be somebody who is going to be smelling fear and inferiority complex. We all smell, not just dogs. We can smell, we can perceive.
And it's easy to actually smell fear.
Yeah, we smell fear.
When they're afraid, you know they're afraid. It's easy.
It's easy. Because of the head bow, slouching, the body posture. Timidity, you ooze it. You ooze and reek of fear and low self-esteem. So once they crush that, it is confidence that makes you say, no, you don't treat me that way. No, you don't talk to me like that. How dare you? No. When they've taken that from you, you'll be begging people to say, please, I can cook. I can. And then,
please accept me.
Please accept me. Please
I'll
manage
do anything
me.
you want.
I'll do anything. I know 7 styles.
They become people pleasers.
Is it people pleaser?
Yeah.
Hey, doormats. Oh, walk on me. Oh, step on me. Hey, Nani. Anything you like, I will do it. I did that. Of course, I didn't go, say step on me and all that. But I felt that low. How great is the mighty fallen? I fell below low. I fell.
Wow.
I fell to the point of always, what preoccupied my thoughts was, what next can I do to please him? I started sounding like a robot, a depressed robot. I was like, what else a robot with multiple personality disorder. What can I do to please him? What's my itinerary? Oh, wake up, please husband. Oh, satisfy husband. Oh, will this dress annoy husband? Oh, cook food to satisfy husband. Cook another soup to satisfy husband. Wear this lingerie to please and entice husband. Oh, lie down like this to get husband's attention. I just became an object that was living for his instruction. I was just an empty shell.
You don't experience the healing while you are still in there. It takes you leaving. Once you leave now, and you are hoping not just hoping, you are still crying, you are still licking your wounds and blah blah blah, trying to find yourself, trying to make sense of who you are, where you are, how low you have gotten to. What can they do to be healed, to find their self back and get their groove on after discovering and saying, look, bye-bye, to the left, I'm waiting for that song. To the left. They don't need to do to the left, walked out of the relationship. How can they now begin their journey to healing?
To the right. Go to the hospital first now.
They should go to the hospital.
Don't self-medicate.
Then they go Arrow. Where they go?
No go Arrow. You know, go come back home. Then go say, now you cause some. You know, it's a very annoying question people ask when you come and say, my husband is acting strange. Say, and so, did you not notice that you're marrying him? Go she lodger. Till death do us part. You are in this for life.
You died here. After now they talk say we die here.
Death sentence. So
death sentence.
When I go table say, person way una marry me with, when they do lovey-dovey last week, when they do like who devil they worry. They say, and so, what do you want us to do? You have entered. You cannot come out. You know, people make it look like you can't come out. How do you find healing?
After such a thing, endings, you know.
Hey, see, the truth of that matter, it dey God hand. Walai. If you have enough courage to walk out, then have enough humility to kneel down before God and tell him, help me.
Seek God's face.
Nothing else. It's not complex. I like the way God designed everything he designed. People, the planet, the universe, the world, the animal system, structures, thrones. It's so simple. You see, the most complex of issues, matters can be solved with just these 3 words. God, help me.
God, help me.
Nothing else.
Hallelujah.
You can be a Muslim, you can be a Hindu, you can just say, God, help me. If you don't even know what to say, just say, Jesus, help me. It's just, I don't know whether you have to, go through the whole process of being born again first before God will help you. But I know that if you say, God, please help me, or you want to now be specific, Jesus, please help me, God will answer. That one I can beat my chest. See, if I could bring my picture, so maybe on one of the episodes, our host Lex can allow us, you see the picture I said I sent him some time back, the video where I lay down. In that video, I'd been asked to move out. Yeah, and it was on my birthday. I got that notification that I was supposed to move out the next coming year, in January. Not having any job, not having anything. I just lay there and I was like, move from here to where?
Yeah.
Move from here. Okay, in fact, if I'm allowed to, if you don't know what to do, if you don't know how to heal, try this. It may work. I'm just saying because those are some things that I did in those times. I would go to church and I would go and clean church. Let God lead you, but ask God to help you, and then you will hear him.
It's not as if you are trying to bribe God.
You're not trying to bribe God, but this was how I reasoned
God
it.
Attention.
Okay, this church is God's house. Not every church, they open IO. Go enter where they use it for human sacrifice. Man, not they there. So I went to a church, a well-known church. I went and I was like, okay, can I join the cleaning department? So I would clean. So I told God, I said, in exchange for cleaning your house, clean my heart.
Clean my life. Clean my
life.
Give me a clean heart.
I've made a lot of mistakes. Some of the things that happened to me were the results of my stubbornness, my foolishness, my ignorance, my too much trust in people.
How difficult is it for people to really admit that they were stupid? They were
foolish,
very,
very difficult.
They were arrogant.
All
they were
of
full
us,
of themselves.
all of us get.
I love it when we get to where people can, when I see people, because it's something
admit.
I do. I reflect, and when I really evaluate, I say, man, I messed up. Like when I'm talking with my father in heaven, so I
messed up big time.
I swab. So, but it's like, it's not a common thing I hear people say.
No, it's not. Everybody is fronting. That's why God says 2 people came to pray. One was like, hey, God, I've done it again. And I'm you. Say bless, say we get record. Now me
the bad boy.
The bad boy don't come. Say I they try, but that cigar don't hold me. That weed has me inside. Now you happy. Like we die here. God answers those kind of prayers more than
people come to pretend.
I thank you because I know who I am. I thank you because I am this. No, you come and tell him help me. Tell God help me. I told God, I said, as I'm clean, and then the pastors in the church were kind enough. The same thing I was longing for in my heart, like the woman that held the helm of Jesus' garment said, even if na helm I touch, it's enough. See, your faith will really make you whole. I told God, I said, as I'm cleaning your house, This Chebi, they said my body is your temple. Okay, find all the deposits. Like, what if there are things I suffered as a child that I don't even know about? You know. I was not there when I was born now. You are the one that saw me when I was born. I don't know what happened. I don't know who touched me, minus the ones that I know. Anything else that was deposited, now you sabi. So as I'm cleaning your house, dig those things up and clean me.
Hallelujah.
And the pastors will tell me, as you are cleaning God's house, may God clean your life. I say, that's exactly what I want. Amen. So try it, please. It's just personal. That's what I did. I would run to God's house and sit there and cry. Sometimes, I've quarreled with God. I told God, say, Baba, it's like you don't need me. You don't need somebody washed up, useless, nobody like me now. See what they've done to me. I can't even keep my head straight. I can't walk with my shoulders square. So I think you're done with me. But God kept sending people to remind me that He loves me. God doesn't write off anybody.
That's right.
He doesn't.
All right. So how on before we tie around up the final question, how can someone overcome those kind of emotional attachment that keeps people there? For those who find it difficult to come out, how can they overcome that emotional reliance or attachment to that person that is consistently abusing them?
Start to love yourself. You cannot be attached to. If I hold you now, as both of us are sitting down, and then as I'm holding you, I start to bend your finger and it's hurting, will you still let me hold you?
Of course not.
And then I'm doing that with one hand, and then I hold the other hand and I'm saying, hey, but I love you. You see, that's what people do. They're using one, how you say, blind side you. They're telling you they love you on one side, and then they're hurting you on the other side. See, your love is not what you get from someone. Love is what you give yourself.
Love is not what you get from someone. Love is what you give yourself. I repeat, love is not what you get from someone. Love is what you give to yourself. So you need to learn to love yourself.
Yes, now because God only said to love as much as you can love you. So the first person that should be loving you is you. And if you know you will not bend your own finger backwards, pour acid on your finger, why the heck are you letting somebody else do it to you? So don't come and tell me I love him. You don't love him, because if you love him, that means you love you. And if you love you, you won't do to you what they are doing to you. So why are you letting them do it to you? That's all you have to ask yourself. Do I love me? Yes. Would I do this to me? No. Why am I letting them do it to me? Because I don't love me. My love for me has diminished. I need to love me. So you start to set boundaries. Set boundaries. That setting boundaries, you really need to be careful. Make sure you're not living with somebody who is extremely physically abusive. You will need plus 1, 2, 3, 4 people to be there for you. If you try to take them on your own, mistake. The minute those kind of people have gotten to a point where they believe they have you in totality, the thoughts of losing you scares them into a state of the next thing they want to do is kill the person. I don't know how many stories I've read of women that got out but still got murdered. A woman got out in UK and then ran to her brother's place. The ex went to the brother's place and told him, said, if I not kill your sister, my name not be. And they took that kind of threat lightly. All they did was, I think, maybe report to the police. But it didn't change anything. You can't be stupid now. You can't be stupid with your life. If you are stupid, you will die. This is the truth.
Don't be stupid with your life.
She still went back to her office. The same office that she goes to. Like nothing had happened. I don't mind him, Charlie. He's just talking. Don't go and become so Onyebonized that you've forgotten the whole African was proactive. Run first, ask questions later.
Don't go and become Oyibonized though. We should be Oyibonized again.
It's the truth now. Africans are run first, ask questions later.
Oyibo is ask questions.
No, Oyibo is.
What's that?
Anybody there?
Anybody there?
It's not funny. It's not funny. You trying to prank me? Until where we've come out.
Instead of making Beja.
Let me ja first. You said Beja. Beja is 2 syllables. Ja first.
Straight up.
Ja first. Ask questions later. You get, so do that. Be very, very proactive. This woman went to her office, and the next thing, as she got to her office, person went come in her house telling her, saying, go kill. Say, imagine if I not kill you. You don't take it lightly. She went to her office. As she was just about entering the office, see the man there. He stood there. Pow, 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 pow. I think they said 9. Shot her. She fell down, stood in front of her, shot her, then killed himself.
Oh, no.
The Bible says the thief comes to steal,
kill, and destroy.
To kill and destroy. He didn't tell you how many people he's going to destroy you. He will destroy you and destroy himself. No thief wants to be caught. So as they are destroying you, they are destroying themselves. Destroying does not ever involve one person. They can steal from you, kill from, but when it comes to destroying, it involves more. They will destroy themselves. Who wants to be held accountable? But they will see the passion with which they want to make sure you don't amount to anything, far outweighs any reason they have for living. The reason why they are alive is to make sure that you don't live. Their primary existence is to make sure you are dead, within, without, any way possible. So you have to tell yourself, I love me. God loves me first. Find faith, find hope, find courage, find strength in this word. God loves you. If you were not useful, you won't be here. I don't think God likes to waste raw material. Just extra body lying somewhere doing nothing, occupying space, breathing too much oxygen that two of us can share. And so God needs you. God loves you is why you're here. Then you need to prioritize you. Self-care. It's not just self-care. It is love. Love and a purpose. So once you start remembering that I love me, if you've forgotten, remember these words. Go to the mirror, look yourself in the eye. Whether you have scars now. One time my ex hit me and cut me across my nose.
Hit you like...
Yeah, I still have the
physically.
picture. Yeah. He struck me hard and his nails scratched me. If you look closely, you see just, over time, makeup, eating right, supplements, and, my whole skincare routine and everything.
Boy, please. Somebody.
So
Preacher.
I actually asked my mom. I said, Mommy, I don't think I'm beautiful anymore. She said, no, my love. You're even more beautiful now.
That's how much you've been trampled upon.
Yeah. My daughter lay next to me, my first daughter. I remember her laying next to me. I'll find that picture. I took pictures of all those moments. I thought that phone was packed up, but Google saves. So she lay next to me and I found the courage to just smile with her in my hand. She was looking at me like, why is this woman here? Why won't she just leave? When your child is staring at you and they can't talk, but you can feel what they're thinking. So I asked my mom, she said, no, you're still beautiful. I was looking, I said, see, if you go to the mirror and you see a scar, maybe your ex or your current spouse is a physically abusive person, and they've cut you, they've hurt you, your eyes have gone from purple to green or green to blue, your hair is falling off, you're malnourished, your shoulder is broken, as beaten, as battered, as broken as you are, hear me well, you still have value.
You still have value. No matter what you've been through, no matter what you're going through right now,
you still have
no matter
value.
what the situation is right now,
You still have worth.
you still have value.
You still
no
have,
no
you
matter
have value.
that crazy voice that keeps ringing in your ears of or that partner or that parent, it might even be from a family member,
Yes.
always talking you down, making you feel like you amount to nothing, you are nothing, you're nobody. My brother, my sister, you are still worth, as long as there is breath coming out of your nostrils, you are worth a lot. You are very valuable.
Very valuable. That's all you need. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I have
beyond
value.
that, beyond the self-proclamation and proclaiming, what support systems do you think can help in those periods?
Once you can find the courage to live for you, love you, start to talk to specialists, therapists. Reach out to people in church. Don't die in silence. If your family is a toxic environment, look for a non-family member. But be careful when you're wounded, when you're traumatized, you're vulnerable. Easy prey for people who want to just take advantage of you. Don't go, if you're going to a pastor, don't go to a pastor in a seclusive area if you are like a woman, because I know some pastors who want to, if he's a man, make sure his wife is there. Look for partners. In fact, the best help you can get these days is just Google help online. It's better to talk to an anonymous person.
Don't we have those kind of communities here in Nigeria? Like
I know
where people can say, okay, like people can. I think we should have more such communities where people can say, okay, I'm going through this. Just
talk about this.
A community of people who have been through what you're going through, or who are in the process, or they have come out of it.
I found help on Instagram.
So there should be
I found help. So once you start talking on social media, people will. I love Nigerians. As whatever is happening in this country I love Nigerians. The minute you post something like, people help me, or I'm losing my mind, people will rush to your page. Oh, hold on, dear. We love you, dear. If it's not too small, send your Aza. If 2K can do anything. You see that support, you need it. Community, you need it.
Community is key.
It's key. So come out, look for your church. Check online for communities where you can come and talk about, psychologists, therapists. Just all you need to do is just be able to talk, to unburden yourself. Once everything comes out of you, you breathe, you cry, you started that journey. The desire to want to live another day is the first step to healing. And that's what hopelessness does to you. Once these people have battered you, they battered the hope out of you. Because if you don't have hope for tomorrow, there's no point taking a step to go and see somebody, to call somebody, talk to somebody. Please don't let the hope die.
Okay, on a final note, final for real now. Final note, as someone who experienced this, who I would say is a champion. Yeah, someone who has survived that kind of experience and is alive, healthy, standing strong.
I'm a champion in God. Oh.
Yeah, so to be able to be confident enough to share with us, share with the whole world, and help someone else find healing. What life lessons would you say came from your walking away that you will be willing to share with people on the final note?
Life lesson.
What are those life lessons? What are those lessons that, if I knew this, it wouldn't have been this better. If only I saw these patterns, I saw those red flags, I wouldn't have been in this relationship. If only I wasn't too in a haste or something, I wouldn't have been. What are those lessons? What are those?
Be patient.
Be patient.
One of the reasons why I got married was because I wasn't impatient per se, but I allowed pressure get to me. Everybody else was getting married. I hadn't gotten married, so I was like, why is my own taking so long? It's better to marry at 60 in peace with your body, soul, mind intact. So I was feeling like time was going, like I was feeling disadvantaged. And so when this person came, I didn't do my research. Know this and know this for a fact. Even when God promises you something, the devil's own person shows up first. The devil's own person shows up first. You hear in the Bible, someone say, are you he that is to come, or should we wait for another? Confirm who has come. Don't just say, because I saw him in church, he was lifting holy hands and legs, now him pray pass, he shake pillar, uproot tree. Don't let those things fool you. Don't let people who are in a church gathering make you think that they are spiritual the way they appear. How they say, don't judge a book by its cover. I learned that not everybody that vibrates in church is a Christian. Not everybody that shouts Jesus Christ has the Holy Spirit inside them. Not everybody that comes to your house and sleeps over, he has good intentions. Don't tell everybody your secrets. Don't let everybody into what your weaknesses are. Your parents already probably know. Don't make it like public documentary, because those are things that my ex used against me. He knew all my weaknesses, so he used them against me. Learn to keep your mouth shut.
Learn to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. Don't talk too much about personal stuff. If you're having a misunderstanding with somebody, keep it between you and that person, unless there absolutely has to be a need to tell a third party. Don't let pressures make you take stupid steps.
Don't let pressure make Don't
be pressured into doing stupid things.
Don't be pressured into doing stupid things.
Live your life. And then lastly, because I thought, okay, this is me headed towards marriage, my whole plan and goal to go to South Africa at that time to further my training.
Be the super you.
I shelved it, even though I brought it up much later in the marriage that I want to go back to South Africa. This was the plan then. No? They were like, this one where you go now, you know, go come back. Had I said, sorry, I would like to marry you, but not until I've gotten my Pali, I would have had that Pali, at least I would have been able to say, I have this qualification. It can get me into this kind of circle. Don't abandon your projects for any marriage proposal. I used to go beg you now, woman.
No,
don't tell them, hey, your biological clock is ticking. You know, go born. We can always adopt.
But the biological clock, they tick now.
At least it's ticking. If it's ticking, means it's working. If it is ticking, it will soon talk.
All right. Thank you so much, Ola. It's been fun having you here today. It's been fun having this conversation. And I hope you guys have really learned, like I've learned a lot from finding courage to walk away from a toxic relationship. And her social media details I'm going to be showing on the screen, so you can reach her for your therapy, your massage therapy, and all the therapeutic something.
It's not therapeutic something. Well, we'll rub Maggie and curry on you.
You'll rub Maggie and Ororo on your skin. And then you massage your brain as well.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right. I hope you guys learned one or two things. Don't forget to subscribe. If you've not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. And share this video to your friend, your family, your enemies, your landlord.
your enemy.
Your enemies. Share it to your pastor too. And your imam and
your in-drive campus.
Your in-drive and Uber.
And taxify.
Taxify person. All right. So I see you on the show same time, some other time. God bless you.
God bless you. Bye.